Let's talk about Dijonay Jones and the black ghetto girl stereotype. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning back in. This is going to be a continuation of my last video I did about Trudy from the Proud family and how she was essentially the backbone of the Proud family. And this is about Dijonay Jones. Now, Dijonay Jones' character has caused so much speculation and so much uproar over the last few years, especially since Disney Plus put Proud Family back on streaming services. And a lot of people were really analyzing her character. And this is an early 2000s cartoon. Even in the reboot from the Proud Family, which I'm going to get into, there's that speculation and there's that conversation about how Dijonay Jones was really a stereotype of the dark-skinned, ghetto, ratchet girl, black girl. You know, that was how she was portrayed.
I tried to tell her.
Got a special guest, my cat Kiwi. I guess she wants to hear me talk about it too. But I just been analyzing a lot of things, rewatching some episodes and some clips, and I'm like, I think it's time we have a conversation, because I feel like we could talk about it for Dijonay Jones' character, but we could talk about it within media in general, like how most black women are portrayed in the media. You have actresses like Tiffany Haddish now, where they want a ratchet black woman to be in a role. Tiffany Haddish is that one. And how in TV shows in general, there has been that thing where women and younger girls are portrayed in different ways and other ways, right? But common trope we see is the ratchet black friend. And this is an animation, you know, targeted towards children. So this is images we were seeing in early 2000s as one of the only most popular black cartoons in that era, especially for Disney Channel. And we saw Dijonay, the ratchet, dark-skinned black character with the blonde hair that was always messy, always a bad friend. That's how she was portrayed to be. She had like 8 brothers and sisters.
Dijonay, when you gonna get your own room? When the 4 of them go to college?
They all named after spices because, you know, black people give their children crazy, ratchet, random names. That was another joke that was supposed to be for her character.
The name is Tabasco, aight? You better recognize.
And out of her friend group, she was portrayed to be one of the most undesirable ones, especially compared to Penny and La Cienega, because she was like more chubby, or she was, not to say she was darker, but just her attitude and her ratchetness. She was always chasing after the guy that didn't like her, Sticky.
I'm already tied to my man, Sticky.
Oh, no, you're not.
You look so fly.
Good suggestion, Dijonay.
He's just playing. He knows he likes me. Sticky, come here.
Why do you think the producers did that? And I know I've seen many interviews where they said these characters reflect real life. And honestly, I can say, how many of you know or knew a Dijonay in your life? Growing up in your neighborhood, going to school, public school, whatever kind of school you went to, growing up in certain neighborhoods, especially in the hood, or even like some middle areas, right? They were girls, I remember, that act like Dijonay. You know, you go on social media, there are girls that act like Dijonay, that talk like her. And this is from the early 2000s. Even in the reboot, they had that same type of flair to her character, but it was like the updated version with the updated type slang.
Yeah, girl. I'm snatched. Petty girl. We in college.
She just appears to be just a little bit ghetto to me. A little bit ghetto, you know, a little bit hood.
I really wanted to talk about this because even when I did those videos about the Proud Family, the colorism video, and there's many video essays on YouTube about how Dijonay is a bad character trope. She's a bad representation of black women or black younger women and teenagers, and how like, oh, they're always the ratchet black dark-skinned friend that's a terrible friend. She can't get a man, no boy likes her. And there were times when Dijonay's character had guys that liked her, but it never really measured up to like Penny and La Cienega, or even sometimes with Zoe. So it makes you wonder, like, why did they put the brunt of all that on Dijonay's character? They already designed her the way she looked. And let's talk about how she had the tight outfit, her stomach poking out, her poses, her lips is extra large and big, and like that. Not to say making fun of her features, but they exaggerated her features in that way to make her look more ratchet, to play into that stereotype with the twisted lips, and her hand is always like this. That ghetto girl archetype. You know what I'm saying? Look at some pictures, look at these clips.
She is, but she lost her eyeglasses.
Man, can't y'all take a joke? Dijonay.
Especially when you compared her to Penny, a La Cienega, who were well dressed, well put together, hair always done for the most part. And they were of lighter complexion, but you could tell the difference in how we're gonna make this character look like this, she gonna act like this. We're gonna make these two characters look like this, they're gonna act like this. And they chose Penny to be the main protagonist. She got the light-skinned mother that has that certain look. She got the goofy dark-skinned father, and that's another common archetype or another common trope that you see like in a lot of these family comedies, especially with black people. The darker-skinned father with the light-skinned wife, and the the light to brown skin looking kids. And it's like, Now, there has been some evolution, there has been some progression when it comes to this in the media with black families and how they're portrayed, especially visually. But I always thought it was interesting how these were the ideas they had. Because with animation and characters, there's a whole entire outline that this has to go through. There's a process. Somebody has to approve this. You come up with the ideas, you approve it. The directors, whoever at Disney looked at it, it was like, okay. And it started airing on TV.
Look, Penny, don't hate the player, hate the game.
I gotta give them credit in a way where they did have those moments where they tried to make Dijonay's character have more layers, to where we found out that, she is talented. She is talented in poetry. Even had Penny be jealous because there was that insinuation that Penny thought she was better than Dijonay in so many different ways because of her upbringing, I guess, or because of her character. Her Dijonay was always ratchet. So for her to find out that Dijonay is better than me at something, it's like she stopped wanting to be friends with her, because it's like, now I can't just have you as my ratchet sidekick. Now you're competition in a way. That's another thing. Let's talk about that. I see it. I seen it in high school. I see it now on social media where a lot of friends, especially with women and men, that will have people or friends around them that they feel like they are low-key or high-key better than, just to make them look better when they go out in public, when they go to the club. They know that the guys or the girls are going to come to them, right? Or they know that certain things about them is going to make them the highlight of their friend group. But when that other friend that you thought nobody was going to pay attention to start getting more attention than you, now it's a problem. Now you don't want to be friends with them no more. Let's talk about that. Were those times where they did give Dijonay's character more layers and more plot points than being the ratchet, dark-skinned sidekick friend. But it was minimal, because in the same reboot, they had the two new characters, Maya and KG. They had two fathers, right? They were adopted by the two fathers. When it came time to find out, or when they all realized, oh wow, they got two fathers, and I was like, oh no, that means the two fathers were gay, right? They made Dijonay be the messy one to tweet it and post it on social media for everybody to talk about it. Penny and the other friends, they realized it and they was like, okay, But Dijonay had to be the messy one. They're still playing up to that character of like, the dark-skinned girl, she's ratchet, she's messy, she loves drama.
Can you keep a secret? You know I can't.
You don't say anything.
But my turtle fingers ain't.
Dijonay, since you outed them,
I'm good, Penny. Just make sure you don't out me.
Y'all see the common theme they were trying to do? Where even if they give Dijonay's character some grace and you can look at her in a different light, they always got to reel it back in like, oh, don't forget, she's that dark-skinned, ratchet, messy friend. And always lying, always manipulating people to get in what she want. tricking Penny into babysitting her 8 brothers and sisters.
I can't believe Dijonay left me with baby's kids all by myself.
It's a lot with that character that I know many people have did videos and made comments about, and I just wanted to give my little 2 cents on it. And you know, Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, is coming out with a season 3. Most likely it's going to be around February. You know, they always release it for Black History Month, the following year, right? And I really want to know, what are they going to do with Dijonay's character? Like, are they going to really take her to the next level? Because I remember when they said something about the colorism episode, where, you know, the guy Noah, like Zoe, and they all got jealous, and they made it seem like this was going to be a break for Dijonay's character. But I'm like, if you really look at that, that wasn't even really a colorism episode, because a real colorism episode would have been a storyline with the guy liking Penny over Dijonay. That's colorism. The darker skin tones being discriminated against for a lighter skin tone, especially within the same community. You know, Penny and Dijonay both Black. He would have chose Penny because he said, oh, Penny is prettier. Like, that would have been the storyline. I said this in another video, but they used Zoe as a scapegoat because she was the white character. And, you know, she was the nerdy white character. That's like, how could you like her over us? And it's like so many different layers and so many different ideas I have that they can do with Dijonay's storyline and her character arc. But they always fall into those same type of tropes where she's the dark-skinned, ratchet, messy friend who can't get a guy to really like her. She had a boyfriend in the last season of the reboot, but what happened? She is those episodes where she easily would have dumped him for Noah, who didn't like her because he liked Zoe because she was white. And that whole thing, I'm like, I need the writers. I know it's a writer's strike and everything going on, but I think they still coming out with the season. I need them to really dig deep for this next season. Give Dijonay's character more to do than be ratchet and messy.
I would like to see it.
Being one of the groundbreaking Black animations from the 2000s is, even with this reboot, with all the different storylines and themes and messages they try to promote and push out, there's so much more they could do. There's so much more messages they can get across. But I feel like they always fall right into that same type of common trope with Dijonay. And I feel like there's so many things they could do with her character. I want to know from y'all, what did y'all think about Dijonay's character in the original Proud Family? What do you think about her character now in the reboot, if you've been watching? And as a general consensus, like, how do you feel her character affected the way people think about certain Black characters in the media? But there was obviously a certain point the creators and writers of the show were trying to get across with Dijonay's character. And I really want to know, what do y'all think that is? And how do you hope it changes for season 3 of the Proud Family reboot? Please, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. This should be a really fun and interesting and thought-provoking conversation. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.